Welcome to class online today. We are going to be talking about civic education, and in our previous class we've done the introduction to civic. We've seen what civic education is all about and the definition of civic. But today we're going to take our first topic, which is values. Values. Now this is a very essential topic because it is something that affects everybody, every one of us as human beings. So long we are humans, we all have values. And values can simply be defined as the principle of right and wrong. The principle of right and wrong. Now, God has made us as humans and has given us that ability for us to know that this is right and this is wrong. Now, values is basically telling us the principle of what is right and what is wrong. And these values could be gotten from, it cuts across all different areas. Religion can teach us value. Association with people can teach us value. The society can teach us value. Then there are natural laws and ethics that we can gain value from. Now we are going to see the two types of values in our discussion today. Two types of values. Now the first one is justice. The second one is selflessness. Justice and selflessness. This is the two types of values we are going to consider today. Now, justice is a concept of moral rightness based on ethics, rationality, law, and natural laws. Now let's take it down. We said it's a true concept that is based on one, natural law, ethics, morals, and also it comes with punishment. There is punishment for an offender in the justice system. If you do something that is wrong, there's a punishment that is based to you. And justice is the philosophy of right relationship. It is basically the way we treat people, human understanding and relationship. It's all about fair treatment and equity among people. Now, we said that it comes with a punishment, in the sense that if I have treated somebody wrongly, if I have done something wrong, if I have gone against natural laws or ethics or morals, there's a punishment that is going to be meted out to me. And once I receive that punishment, it is fair to say that justice has had its place, because justice is a concept of moral rightness based on this that we have listed on the board. And until the full law have its place, until those concepts we've written on the board, until they have its place, that is when we can answer that yes, an offender that has done something wrong has been punished rightly. Now they said there are variations of justice. There are variations of justice. Now, there's what is called retributive justice and distributive justice. Now, retributive justice is the one that the kind of justice regulates the proportionate response to crime proven by lawful evidence, so that punishment is justly imposed and considered as morally and fully deserved. Now, what this means is that if somebody has done something that is wrong, there's a proportionate amount. Now, if the person has stolen, let's say the person stole a kobo, and the person is going to be punished for it, probably they say, okay, we're going to give you 10 strokes of the cane and you will be remanded in prison for 1 day. Now that punishment is enough. It's commensurate with what the person has done. And then in some justice system, if someone commits murder, they will say, okay, this person is sentenced to life imprisonment. You can't kill someone and you'll be walking scot-free, so you don't kill another person again. Now, even though they can't buy back the life that the person has killed, but retributive justice has it that the offender feels the punishment for the crime he has committed, and that is commensurate with the crime he has committed. An eye for an eye, a wound for a wound. That is what the Moses law states. That is what retributive justice is all about. Now, restorative justice is not much concerned about punishment. It's not concerned about retributive punishment. Rather, it's concerned about making the offender a better person. They want to see that, okay, the offender, at the end of committing this crime, he gets to see that, okay, what he has done is wrong. And then they can reintegrate the offender back into the society. The offender can come to see that, okay, I have done something wrong, I have learned my lesson, I can be a better person. That is that about restorative justice. Now, there are different sources of justice. How do we know that justice is justice? Like we said before, the sources of justice can be related to divine command, natural law, divine command or natural law. Now the Bible says, thou shalt not kill. That is a divine command. It is a divine command. It is written in the book, holy books. If you're a Christian, it's in the Bible. If you're a Muslim, it's in the Holy Quran. Now that is a divine law from God or from Allah that says one should not kill. Now, natural law are laws that are natural to us. Nobody created them. They are not man-made laws. They are things that we know. Okay, I have a land. This land belongs to me. It belongs to me. And then somebody comes from nowhere and says he wants to lay claims on my land. I have the right to seek for justice because I am being denied of my rights. I am being denied of what rightfully belongs to me. That's talking about natural law. So these are different sources of justice that people base their concept of what is right and wrong on. That people base the fairness of treatment of people and equity. And that is what values is all about. Values, principles of what is right and wrong. Now the next one we're going to consider on the types of values is selflessness. Now selflessness is taken from the word selfless. For one to be selfless, what it means is the person is not selfish. It is opposite of being selfish. Now when I'm selfless, I think about the needs of people. I put people's interest before me. In fact, somebody once said the world would be a better place if we all put people's interests before us, who are our brother's keeper. We're not interested in our own desires only. Now why there are lots of crime out there is because most people are interested in their desires only. They are only concerned about themselves. They are selfish. They don't want to help people. They don't want to put people's interests, people's needs above their own. And that's why they go out to do so many things that cause problem for everybody in the society. But as students who want to be very useful to themselves and to the society, it is important that we cultivate this value of selflessness. And why selflessness is important is you that is doing it, you have something to gain. You have this reward, you have this happiness, making people happy, putting smiles on people's faces. Let's say, for example, there is a very popular society known as the Red Cross Society. Now, the Red Cross Society, they assist war victims, accident victims. Imagine somebody traveling and the person has a road crash, a road accident. These Red Cross members, they come together, they carry the person, they administer what is known as first aid, they take the person to an hospital, make sure the person is fine, they do some follow-up too on the person. Now this puts a smile on their face to know that they are saving life, and at the same time too, those lives that they have saved, when they get to meet these people, they are happy that as a result of these persons, they are living their life again. So it pays to be selfless. And then as a leader, if you are selfless, your people will enjoy you. If you are not selfish, those people who you are leading will enjoy you. Why this is true is because as a selfless leader, you will know that my people need road, they need water, they need electricity. These are the major good things of life that will make their life good for them. Now for those that are unemployed, I need to give them job. For those who are business people, I need to empower them, I need to give them this, I need to give them that. When you think about your people and you don't think about yourself, you are a selfless leader. And you will see that those people you are leading will be happy being under you. And there's a story in the Holy Book known as the story of the Good Samaritan. It's a very popular story out there. A man was traveling and on the way he was robbed and injured. Two men were passing. He begged them for help. They didn't listen to him. It was a third man, a Samaritan. In fact, the Bible even told us that the two people that helped each other, the Samaritan is not even from the same place with the man that injured. But those two other people that passed, the priest and the Levites, they were from the same place with the man that injured. But what did the Samaritan do? He washed the man's injury, took him to an inn, a hospital, where they administered care for him. He even paid, and he came back to check on him. Now this story is used by many people today. When you do something nice for somebody, they call you a good Samaritan. But something that we're going to pick from that story is that the man did not say, me, I'm not going this way, you are going this way, I cannot help you, and he left the injured man there. But rather, he went out of his way to help the man. That is the attitude of being selfless. And why this attitude is very important is because as a selfless person, like we said earlier, you put people's need and interest before your own. You are not selfish, you are not self-centered. You don't think about yourself alone. Rather, you think about other people. You put their interest before your own. And that is a very good value we have to cultivate. Now let's see some examples of organizations today who have been able to put in selflessness in what they do. We have what is known as the Nigerian Army. And this is a security agency that helps in protecting lives and property. They help to fight crime. Now most of these soldiers, they are from different states. You can imagine leaving their wives, their family, to go to a very far state. Let's say someone that is from the south, they take the person to the north, take the person to a war zone to go and fight, to make sure that there is peace in that area. Now the person is, at that point, the person is not thinking about himself. Most of these soldiers, they sleep in the forest. They don't eat the regular food we eat. They could stay for a whole day without eating because they are fighting for us. Now this particular person has put the interest of his country before himself. He's not thinking about himself any longer. He's thinking about saving his country. He's thinking about making sure that there is peace in his country. Now apart from the Nigerian Army, we have the Nigerian police and other security agencies. These persons have signed that, okay, yes, we are going to make sure that we protect people. Then we have people who are doctors, who work in the hospital. Most of them are not well paid, and most of them are not doing it because of the money that they are earning, but that they find that joy and fulfillment in helping lives, in saving lives, because they have put people's interests before their own. Now, if we have people that are selfless, you will come to see that we will not have a lawless society. We will not have a lawless society in the sense that there won't be much crime. It is because I am selfish. That is why I would carry a gun to go and rob my neighbor. I want to collect what belongs to my neighbor. But when I'm selfless, I know I can go and work, I can do something for myself. I put my neighbor's interest and need before my own. I won't do something that will harm him. And that will give us a very peaceful and lawful society. Our society will not be lawless. But our society becomes lawless when we are selfish and self-centered. So these are the two major aspects of values that we are going to consider today. Now, in our scheme, we're going to be looking at something else, and that is HIV/AIDS. We're going to be looking at the meaning of HIV/AIDS, the causes of HIV/AIDS, and how to control HIV/AIDS. That is what we're going to discuss in our next class.